Hey, I just wanted to show everyone on this group just all the things that you can do to an old 13 footer. So this is a 1960 Boston Whaler. I was able to look at the old HIN. It's a 4-digit HIN in the anchor locker and look it up. So it looks to be about a 1960, early 1960. But here's some mods that I've done to it. It's been made into a center console. This console came on the boat when I bought it, but I added a shortened leaning post so it kind of matched the height and be proportionate. Added a 12-gallon fuel tank. Also put 2 batteries underneath the console. Added a newer 2020 Tohatsu MFS 30. And I did go the route of using the extra bracket so that we could play with the height on that, and also keep from having to do anything funny for the steering, because as you know, some of the steering will bump into the splash well. So starting up front, I did put SeaDek in all of this. It was just the cheap Amazon stuff, so yes, it is peeling a little bit on some corners, but I can always put some more 3M glue on that. Really makes it nice though for under barefoot. Makes it nice for sitting on the anchor locker area up at the front of the bow. Also, I did use Specialty Marine for replacing all of the chrome items on here, and this is going on 3 years now, and it's held up really well. I do maintain it. I use some of that Colonite stainless steel wax on all the stainless, so that has helped really, I think, to prolong the life of this. I know some people have had really bad experience with that, but so far so good for me. Really like it. I added some grab rails down the sides, so that makes it nice for people as they're kind of maneuvering around and sitting up front. And I put them all on the inside, so it's a little easier to maneuver. Nothing sticking out over the gunnels. I did mount a well, this is one of those half swing Caymans with the GPS spot lock. Got that mounted. All I did, I took some cutting board material, 1/2 inch, mounted that with the plate permanently to the boat. Stainless steel bolts with lock nuts underneath, holds all that on, and then I can quick release move this when I need to. Also put the little extra arm for supporting this while you're underway so it doesn't flop up and down. And I've yet to try this out, so in 1 week I'll be taking this out. This is the newest addition to this 13 footer. Added the bimini, added a big bimini to this. It's a 4 bow, so it's 8 feet long, and it's really nice because it can really give a lot more people shade rather than the 3 bow. So it may look a little big on this, but we like it. Leaning post, got that for like, I don't know, 500 bucks. It's got the storage underneath, so this flips forward. It's got the rod holders in the back. Again, this came with the center console, with the steering. All of this came with the motor as far as the helm. I even added a horn, which I like. And then I've got individual switches for the different things like the fish finder, depth finder. I did add a bilge to mine. So I just like the extra of having that bilge going through there. So where that hose comes, I just drilled a hole right where this grab handle is, and that made a nice place for that water to exit. I did add a boarding ladder, and I did the telescoping that just hangs on top of that. If I get this bungee on here, sorry for that. This just slides on there, and I've got a little tether just so I don't drop it in the lake. And that has worked out really well. We used that all last summer, and that, for a big guy like me, it makes it a lot easier to board than trying to just hike. You know, I'm not young enough to hike myself over the sides anymore, and I wouldn't want to ask someone to try and get me over. So I ended up going with 2 batteries underneath the helm. So that's been nice, a starting battery and a house battery. Got the battery switch. I also have the battery charge system. So that's been really nice. So when I park this thing, I've got the battery maintainers staying on these batteries the whole time, anytime it's parked. So that's been nice. So it's amazing what I was able to fit inside of here. Again, I just used cutting board material to line the inside of this aluminum frame console. And yeah, that's worked out really well. Again, there's storage underneath the seat. So I always keep some tools in here. And also, whenever I go out, I always take the extra starting, you know, one of those emergency start batteries, because I have been stranded before and that was not fun. So anchor locker, I added some hardware, made this hinging, and there's the old number, which I think is pretty cool. So I kept that even after I painted the boat. I kept that visible. And then in the anchor locker, typically I've got some extra rope, got a little towing bridle, and then I have a folding grapnel anchor with some coated chain, and then I think I have about 60-80 feet of rope to go with that, and that's good for wherever I anchor out in the lakes here. So yeah, so just a little picture of some of the things that you can do with an old Boston Whaler 13-footer as far as extra mods. These things are great because, as someone said recently, you know, they're like a blank canvas and you can make them however you want them. I've seen guys that put extra decks, you know, for casting and fishing. And so they're really versatile and let you do almost anything you want. I've even seen guys put T-tops on them. I know a lot of people don't recommend that because you get a good wind, you might capsize. But hey, it's fun for them, they like it. So, but I do like the Bimini on this, so it's worked out really well. So anyway, just wanted to give you this little update on my 1960, and hope you guys enjoyed this. And let's see what kind of mods you guys are doing. One more thing, I do have a cooler seat that goes here, and it straps down, and it's got the seat cushion, so that gives another spot in front of the console for somebody to ride on. Fuel system on this 12-gallon tank, I did put a check valve. So this really helps. So let me get to where you can see this. This guy right there, that allows no pressure to keep building toward the motor and you know, blowing out gaskets or anything. So that really helps. Got the bulb, squeeze bulb right there, and everything does go through a filter. So got a water separator mounted on the back of the splash well divider there. So yeah, that was the last couple things.